It's easy to fixate on all the world's problems, on the darkness, the division, and the hate. But stop. Ask yourself instead, what kind of world do we want? We want a world where beauty is celebrated, a world where hope is cultivated, a world where love crosses boundaries. In Braiding Sweetgrass, Robin Wall Kimmerer calls us to step toward the world we want. While she comes at this project as a scientist, her writing addresses us all. And in particular, it should address us as teachers of social studies. If you're looking for connections to the curriculum, there are plenty. Relationships between environment and culture, how land shapes identity, the meaning of stewardship. It's all there. But let's go beyond that, because like this book, social studies pulls us into a bigger story. It draws us deeper into relationship with our world. It implicates us in the joys and sorrows of life on this planet. It entangles us ever more intimately in the unfolding drama of the human experience. And, most basically, if it's done right, social studies teaches us to care. Robin Wall Kimmerer cares. She cares deeply and passionately, and with all the cultural and scientific resources at her disposal. She cares in ways that echo the thoughtful life ways of her ancestors. She cares in ways that refrain from judgment and encourage participation. She cares in ways that model how love for a place can spill over into love for the world that transcends political boundaries. Writing in an American context, Kimmerer questions the logic of pledging allegiance to a flag rather than to the land. She wonders what would happen if our school days started not with anthems or pledges, but with gratitude to all parts of the creation that sustains us. What happens, she asks, to nationalism, to political boundaries, when allegiance lies with winds and waters that know no boundaries, that cannot be bought or sold? That is an excellent social studies question, and one that should trouble any comfortable settler notions about what it means to be from a place. Kimmerer writes that members of settler cultures don't yet have both feet on the shore. One is still on the boat. They don't seem to know whether they're staying or not. Our settler habit has been to live as a placeless people, but Braiding Sweetgrass is a gentle invitation to reverse that trend. It warmly beckons us to stay, put down roots, make this place home. Kimmerer tells the story of a non-native plant species known as white man's footstep. Indigenous peoples were suspicious when this plant first appeared on their land, but over time they saw that while it was proliferating, it was not invasive, and because of its medicinal properties, it had many gifts to offer the people. The story of this plant is an allegory. We, non-native humans, should follow the path of the white man's footstep. This wise and generous plant, Kimmerer writes, became an honored member of the plant community. It's a foreigner, an immigrant, but after 500 years of living as a good neighbor, people forget that kind of thing. Be a good neighbor, share your gifts, and participate in the deep reciprocity that renews the world. These are the foundational lessons of Kimmerer's writing, as well as foundational pieces of a robust social studies classroom. Kimmerer has shown us what it looks like to work at caring for the world more deeply. Graciously, she has invited us along on the journey. As social studies teachers, and even as humans learning to share this land, we have a responsibility not just to hear her, but to join her.